Hey, what is up everybody, Blades for here, and today for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be going over the mini bosses for Palace 2 here, in which we're going to be covering only one of the floors in this one, and I'm going to be making a couple videos going over each of these floors. So as you can tell, we have this floor here, we're going to have these floors immediately, at least those two, and then we should have the lower level, the mid level, and the top level. So expect a different video for every last one of those guys, but we're going to be covering the this one right here, which is one of the first ones that you're going to see. It's going to have these four bosses. Now these four bosses are going to be two Nues, one up here, one at the bottom, and three ogres here. This place, I'm gonna be honest, is so freaking weird because on KR, it was just Nues everywhere. No ogres, I think maybe like one, but the rest were all just stinking Nues. But on here, there's two Nues and three ogres. So it's kind of interesting to see that, but yeah, we're gonna give it our best shot. So if you guys like videos like these, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. We are legitimately, I think, 50 subs away from 3K, and gonna need all the help we can get. So of course, if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, really does help me out here. But let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so going over the first boss, we're going at the top here. We have the Nue Boss. Now, of course, the Nue Boss is fairly interesting here. For the most part, it shouldn't be a problem. I want to say the Oaks, or at least the Orcs, are going to be more of the problem here. But pretty much, he's going to gain himself a Shadow, randomized state for one turn. He can either restore his life, have evasion, either have a higher amount of damage, or either attacks Toxin when he does damage in general. For this, you really want to use a fire-based teamed, but I really don't think we should have to use it this one, because at least I think they're all affected by, they're affected by curse as well. So fire and curse would be good. If you wanted to have a team for this, I would specifically say curse wise, you should probably be bringing Joker, of course. Fire wise, I would definitely suggest using On if you do have her. If you don't have On, Kyoshi could be a good, at least a good replacement. Or if you are lacking that healer, instead of using Wonder as your healer, you would go ahead and use Cattle. And then for our Bless unit, you could most likely use Yuki. This way you have an all-around type team here, being able to shield yourself and keep you good, or either use a actual healer and have your DPSer. Now, all of these units should be rather well to do this with, but I'm going to be going with, of course, the Steamroll team for the most part here, in which is Double Curse and Gale. I actually should have put a fire persona on Wonder, and actually, yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick because that was a rookie mistake real quick. Before we get started with this, let's go ahead and put a fire persona on our man here. I don't think we need a bless unless they specifically stated that we had to have a bless unit. I was not paying attention to that, but if we do have to have one, then we'll have to probably add in one of our other personas as well. And yes, we do need to have one. So that sucks. We won't be able to do both damages at the same time, but it is what it is. We're gonna go ahead and have it like this and use these three. Those three personas really can actually get you through a lot of content, so of course consider using them. But with this one, I'm gonna go ahead and just let it go out here for the most part, as you just want to do. These guys are the easy ones, so you don't really have to be ultra technical with these guys. You can go ahead and just do whatever you want. For the most part, try to get rid of the actual others on his side, because they're obviously going to be helping him quite a lot. But for the most part, you can kind of just get rid of things pretty easily on this dude. As you can tell, he does block curse, so you're gonna need yourself a different element to actually attack him with. So as I did say earlier, the attack and bless type deal might be your better, of course, or at least fire and bless type deal might be your better option. But we're just gonna be using this just because why the heck not? Now they're actually trying to put up a little bit of a fight. Shouldn't be too really difficult to take them out for the most part. I didn't want to put all the mini bosses in one actual video, because putting them all in one video would have been a very long video. So yeah, we're gonna just be cutting through these here for the most part, only getting this first floor kind of knocked out of the ballpark here, and then I'll slowly do the rest of these guys. But this is gonna be a slow and steady wins the race type of deal, because of course, since Nue is actually immune to curse, of course, we have to rely on the rest of our team to deal a lot of that damage. So let's see what we got. Mink, killed at least those two off, so we're perfectly fine with that. Nue slowly getting chipped down, and look at that, we're looking pretty decent. Now the only issue is, of course, he does have that dumb little heal that he could very much so do at times. So of course, if you're going to be using what's it called, just full curse, be sure to bring someone else to at least take him down. As you can tell, burn really does do a lot against him, in which my freaking wonder has some puny burn stack type deals. So if you're using on, it definitely would help you out a lot if you're using her, because she can get some crazy high burn damage off. But let's go ahead and just, why would you do that? Why would you use the lucky punch? Out of everything you could have used, Mona, you used a lucky punch. All right. So as you can tell, pretty darn easy. Nothing too tricky about these Nue fights. They're really like straightforward for the most part. In which in the next Nue fight, since they're all fire, I'll actually just use the mono fire team to show you guys exactly how to just clear this pretty darn easily. But just go ahead. He's gonna give us a little hit here, nip us a little bit, but I think we should be pretty much good for the most part. Hopefully they just die here. Just get out of here, because that dude should have been dead a long time ago. But we've been kind of just getting a little bit mixed up with that, and he's dodging 24/7. He has the evasion stinking one on, so that definitely sucks, because he could have died earlier. Yeah, he has that evasion on, which sucks here, but either way, it's not really going to affect us too much because he dies to the burn. But all right, that was the first Nue battle. We're going to go ahead and go straight to the second. All right, so we are currently at the second Nue fight, which is at this side of the actual palace here, in which on this one here, you really just want to bring a whole fire team, to be honest. Like, you don't really need too much, just in case you feel like that you may be a little bit in trouble. Bring cattle instead, because cattle of course should keep you pretty darn healed up here, and which would make this a lot easier. Now if you are missing on, that's perfectly fine. You could just run Kiyoshi and cattle, and then bring whoever you want on the side. As long as you have at least a couple people who can use fire, you really should be kind of fine. I don't really think you have to have everyone fired, to be honest, for fire basing, but it is always good to have one. Now, I think the gimmick of this guy here in the middle is, I think you only can hit him with single target fire stacks here. I may be wrong, but hold on, let's see something. Let's see if he dodges this, because I think he only gets hit with, yeah, he only gets hit with the single targets. I think he dodges all AoE attacks here, which I remember doing a lot of AoE moves on him, and he did not like that. So, of course, if you are facing, oh no, he just has high evasion stacks. So let me go ahead and make sure that we look at this real quick. Okay, so no, he just has everything that the other one had, but he has this at just all times. Instead of it being like something he rotates through, he has this at all times. So of course, all those buffs I read out in the first fight, this guy has it 24/7. So he's going to be dodging some of your attacks. He's going to be dealing a little bit more damage. But as I did say, if you do have a mono fire team, taking this out should be rather easy. Shouldn't really have too much of a problem thinking about it. And then of course, if you do have I did not mean to do that, but of course, if you do have yourself a decent bit of fire characters, it's going to make this immensely easier. So let's just quickly smack him down again. Let's see if we can actually knock him. Easy knock, of course, and then let's get that all out attack again. This is going to be an over amount of just hitting your all out attacks. I don't think I really got to show too much with this one here. I think it's kind of straightforward, and you guys already can see what's going to happen here. So we're going to go ahead and get into the next fight. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that as well. He does resummon his characters, of course, so if you did not kill them fast enough, they will resummon, so surely do know that. And he gets his boost back. Once you get rid of all the people that is with him, he will of course lose his boost for like a lot of his stacks and things like that. But if you don't, if you do kill him in time, then he doesn't have the stacks and he won't resummon these guys, so surely do know that. All right, so coming down to the first problem child, aka the orcs here, we're going to be looking at this one immediately, in which I think this is the duo one, isn't it? Yeah, this is actually probably the hardest one, I'll be honest with you. The main reasoning for this is because they can counter physical and magical attacks. Now, every time, of course, that they end up doing this, they will end up trying to counter something like that, in which is going to be a problem. As you can tell, once the count reaches 4, they'll do Ghost of the Night, and this is where things become a heavy issue. It's not a fun time. I do not miss this fight. I don't know how it's gonna go, to be honest here. For the most part, try to bring whatever you feel, at least think can deal the most damage, I would like to say, because yeah, it's gonna be kind of interesting. So for the most part, you want to go ahead and look at them real quick. So he is not immune to anything just yet here. As for the other one, they're not immune to anything, right? This first turn is probably going to be your most important turn, and the main reason I state this is because you have to kill them before they decide to murder you. This one is not really the easiest in my opinion, because of course they're getting those stacks, and that's where things can be a little bit of an issue. So yeah, we can't use any physical moves on these guys. I would suggest highly to try to knock them out as fast as possible, if I'm being honest with you. Bringing this persona perfect at least is actually really good, of course, because you're able to take down the defense, and that is pretty much what you want to go ahead and do. Now they're always going to get these stinking counterattacks, and it is going to be quite annoying to kill them, but you practically have like 4 turns in total to try to kill these dudes, or else they're just gonna straight up beat you up. Like it's not gonna be any type of just decision between this. They will quite literally mix you. So this one here has physical counter attack here. When damaged by physical attack or shooting attacks, he cannot be hit. And now this one has magic strikes. So when damaged by those, he cannot be hit. So for us, we have to only use persona moves on the right one, in which I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get rid of him as fast as possible, because of course that is our easiest bread and butter to go ahead and deal a lot of our damage. We have to, of course, just only smack this guy up. Now I think if you follow what they want you to do, they don't get their stacks, but I'm very unsure on that. But just make sure you're only taking out one at a time. Now I do not want to use this AoE here, but we're gonna kind of ignore our own little advice for a second here, and that's mainly just because I really want to get rid of this one on the right, because this one on the right is a little bit of a problem. And yes, he will counter the highlight, so surely do know that if you do use a highlight, he will counter it. But yeah, no, we needed to try to get this one low here, and then which we're gonna go ahead and do. I'm gonna go ahead and just use an Agi move on him just to get rid of him. So boom, there we go. We are done with that. We killed him. Now once you kill one, or once you do what you need to do, of course, they normally would swap, if I remember correctly. I think this one, yeah, he was magic a second ago. So now that he wasn't magic now, and it's their turn and he just attacked, he's now physical. So pretty much with this one, just try to hard focus the first one. After you hard focus the first one, you should be pretty much okay. And then for the rest of this, you can just kind of like, I guess you can just kind of just vibe out a little bit and just try to take him down. But surely do remember, they go off of a little bit of a what's it called? I keep forgetting, and I didn't use my level 3, my skill 3. That sucks. But they go off a actual timer, so the amount of hits that you end up doing to them, that is when they're going to use their immediate like big boy attack. So surely do remember that. But as you can tell, we go ahead and kill this guy off here. Boom, we're done. That's pretty much all you want to do for that one. But let's go ahead and get into the next one. All right, so now we are in the middle, where of course on the right hand side was that boss here. We're in the middle taking out this guy. This one should be rather easy as long as you have follow-up attack characters. An easy character that you could just go ahead and bring, in which I'm just going to go ahead and bring, is going to be Mont. Mont is really good at dealing a lot of that damage here, and I would advise you to go ahead and just use a blessed attack hit or something on most likely Wonder, because we just want to get this over with as fast as possible. Keeping Morgana in is probably a good idea, because for some people, you know, it could be a little bit difficult to actually go in ahead and actually taking these guys down. But for the most part, should be rather easy. It's really simple. There's not really a full gimmick to this one, really. You just want to kind of knock them all out at any given moment that you possibly can. And so that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So I'm going to slowly focus these dudes, so then we can get Mont to do the rest of the damage here for the most part. So use Mont early, which is probably going to be what you guys want to do. Immediately knock that down, and then get that extra bless damage off as well. So Minkums. All right, so look at this. We're already killing pretty easily here. Mont has a couple stacks. She's looking pretty darn good. And I just kind of want to get rid of this dude, or at least get rid of these guys in general. So let's go ahead and use our Joker ultimate here. Mink. Okay, they're all looking kind of low here. And then let's use the Ice Bloom here. Now, normally with Mont, you're only going to be using her skill 2, at least until she gets full stacks, which is going to be at 10. If you do get her with her skill 2 and you get that to 10, of course, you want to immediately go ahead and just use her skill 3, because that is an easy pick me up type, just kill move easily. And of course, with the follow-up attack, you're always going to deal some damage. Now, as usual with the orcs, as you guys can tell, he just immediately countered me. This absolute counter attack thing is his gimmick. I keep forgetting that. Which with this is every round, what he ends up doing, every other round after he attacks, he ends up going ahead and counter attacking you. So technically what you want to do after you do the first attack onslaught on him, you want to go ahead and just guard up for everyone, or at least everybody here, because if you hit him, that's what happens. He gets a nice counter attack on you and it's definitely going to hurt. So as you can tell, boom, it's recovered from the states here. And at this point in time, if I'm right, yeah, he can counter attack us, but that's once he hits the fourth amount of his actual stack. But now we can actually hit him without him counter attacking everything. So let's go ahead and use Mont, knock him on out here. I'm pretty sure she should kill, right? Oh no, she actually hit rather low, probably because I had no stacks really on me. But let's go ahead and just get rid of this dude here. Mink. Aw, he's almost slow. He's almost there. He's so close. So this one's pretty easy. We're gonna go ahead and actually just skip ahead, of course, for this here, and just yeah, you guys will get to see the last one as well. So see you guys soon. All right, so now we are doing the one that is just above the one that we were just at here, which is the last one in the palace for this floor, in which this one you want to go ahead and definitely bring an ice, because this one is actually, or at least this Oni is actually able to be attacked here. The gimmick with this one is he will always have his absolute counter up until you get rid of these things known as the backstabbers. So once you get rid of these dudes here, you'll be able to actually get something called a buff called the Chosen, in which allows your party, or allows the person who gets the Chosen status, to actually go bypass his counter. So pretty much first things first, always get rid of these little dudes. They're going to be a little bit of a problem, of course. You don't really need them in your way, so getting rid of them the quickest is probably going to be your best shot here. They are weak to, of course, this size, so I'm going to go ahead and take a hit for the team. Perfectly fine on that, and then we can go ahead and start mixing these dudes here. Now I would normally go ahead and try to get that extra weakness, but seeing that he can actually stack up those counter attacks on us, we really don't want to get hit. So try your hardest to just go ahead, knock these dudes out, and focus them to death, because the quicker they die, the better. He does deal some decent damage from that counter attack. That's where you're really gonna receive a lot of damage from. And did we just get lucky punched? Okay, interesting. But go ahead and get rid of him, Mink, and then now we should be getting our status, right? We should get our Chosen status, if I'm correct here, in which we should be allowed to hit him now. So now he's going to use the Ghost of 100 Things, if I'm correct. Let me check our party to see which one, the Chosen. So now we have the Chosen stack here. It's everyone on our party who has it. So all we need to do now is just break his guard. So at this point, we can do whatever we want. And I accidentally used the goddamn guard on. God dang it, that just kind of sucks. But what I'm gonna try to do is we're gonna get down this weak here with that shield, and then we're gonna knock him down. Now you want to go ahead and do this. I can't remember if he actually will resummon these little dudes, so it's probably best to try and deal as much damage as possible. But with this Chosen status, we're gonna go ahead, use our skill 2, knock him down, of course, and I think we get a follow-up off of this. Yes, we do, and that is easy damage for us as well. Now, I am kind of interested why he's still attacking us, because he's usually supposed to let that happen. I'm kind of weirded out by that. Why is he attacking again? Ouch, that really hurt. That really hurt a lot. So let's see, do we still have our chosen stacks on? Yeah, we still do. So I'm guessing it's just for certain characters he slowly takes it off of, or he doesn't give it to. So we have Morgana as the chosen, and we have, of course, our main character as the chosen. So you know what, we're gonna do it anyways, because of course, actually, you know what, nah, we're not gonna do it anyways, because that's risking the run for the video. So let's go ahead and use this. Make sure we have everything pretty much good and dandy with this one here. And I think I'll just go ahead and block, because doing this is probably the best, at least the best choice here. And then just allowing our Wonder to deal some damage as well. So use this here, get down that nice old defense, in which we should be pretty much golden, because he's not going to deal too much damage. And even if he does, we're at full health, so we should be kind of fine for the most part. All right, entered the chosen status, it seems, right here. So who entered chosen status now? Okay, all right, so we got chosen status on our man Joker. So let's go ahead and use this, because this should give us our secondary hit. And yep, okay, we're good. So he's pretty much dead here, and just to guarantee he's dead, I'm going to use the highlight, because I do not trust that. But all right, so pretty easy with that one. Get rid of the little guys, your team will get the chosen, or at least some of your people will get chosen, and you just pretty much melt that dude down. So easy peasy for the most part. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was just the Nue and Oni video here. We are going to have videos for each floor here, in which your boy is racing against the clock a little bit. So we'll be getting into that later on. But for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Till later, or at least till then, guys. I'll see you guys later. Peace.